Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mario, and I would like to welcome you into another episode of Random Select. Today I'm rolling all by myself. My other co-host had scheduling obligations, but that's fine. So you get to listen to just little old me. So I won't make this particular episode long. I just want to talk about something real specific right now. I just want to talk about. I guess it's time to reopen the debates, and I'm not even saying that the debates were closed, but it's definitely time to start talking about this gun control thing again. Because, let's face it, as long as you got that little thing called the Constitution, and long as you got, the amendment, people are gonna hang their hats on that, especially all the gun lobbyists and the gun enthusiasts and the people who definitely believe in the right to bear arms. And I believe in the right to bear arms, but to a certain degree. When guns are getting to the point where everybody has them like cell phones, and just like cell phones, everybody are willing to use them, then maybe we have a problem. Maybe we need to go back and take a serious look at how we need to rectify this. And I know it's one of those type of things where the cat has long since been out the bag, and the genie's been out the bottle, so it's hard to get that cat back into the bag, and it's hard to get that genie back into the bottle. But no matter which one you are, whether you're Democrat, Republican, or you independent, no matter whether you're a person who don't believe in guns or you're a gun enthusiast, at some point we gotta be saying to ourselves that, okay, maybe this thing is getting just a smidge out of hand. And I'm being very kind and very coy by just saying a smidge out of hand, So I don't know what it's gonna take. I don't know who has to die. How many more mass shootings do we have to have? How many inner city shootings do we have to have? How many, guns ended up in kids' hands? Guns ended up in kids' hands, in other countries. Guns that, military training that we've given people is coming back to hunt us. And I know I'm kind of straying off path a little bit, but let me bring it back. Let me just get back to the core issue of what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the gun violence that we have right here at home. And a lot of people saying that we can't do anything about it. Hey, it's that, Second Amendment or whatever amendment it is. It's just part of the Constitution. And people believe just because it's in the Constitution, therefore, they have this God-given right. But at its core, who says everything that's in the Constitution is right? Who says that the Constitution cannot be updated and changed to fit current times? All those documents to me should be rolling documents that are updatable, upgradable, however you want to say it, but it should be something that where we can, rectify it and change it to fit current time. And no one can tell me that it's cool for someone to have an AR-15, have automatic weapons just to protect your home. Who are you protecting your home from? A small invasion? And it goes back to this, where they said only law enforcement agencies should be able to carry firearms. And I agree with that 100%. But I do agree with the right that you should be able to protect your household, you should be able to protect your family, you should be able to protect you and yours. But I don't need a bazooka, I don't need a cannon to protect me and mine. This is not the movies. This is not comic books. The average man can be stopped with a regular pistol. This is not where you dump a clip into somebody and they keep moving and they keep coming towards you like they're the Terminator. No, this is not that. We're talking about real life. So it's not necessary that you have 5, M16s in your house. A regular simple handgun would do. But I know, once again, this is one of them type of things where the cat is out the bag. And I know you can't rein it in, but we need to start looking to other places and see how they do gun control. And I know you're going to have the NRA and all those big lobbyists and those people who are saying that, hey, it is your God-given right, your forefathers put it in there, so they must, it must be. So I just wish that whole right to bear arms would have been, said something like during times of war or something like this. Because the right to bear arms doesn't mean that any psych patient, any person hocked up on drugs, or any thugged out person can get a gun and decide today is the day where I want to be a coward and go shoot up something and try to spread my word. Because look at it like this. For all y'all people out there who pondering, you want to go shoot up something. You want to spread your word and make mass change. No one has ever done one of these mass shootings, and after it was said and done, whether the person lived or he got caught and incarcerated, to all you crazy out of your mind lunatics who's thinking about this, once it has been done, no one has ever said, you know what, since he did that, since he shot up the movies, since he shot up the schools, since he shot up the college campus, he was right. Let's just make it law. Whatever rhetoric he was trying to spread, whatever message he was trying to get across, whatever ideology he was trying to put forth, he was right about that. So now, hey, let's make it law. Let's spread this doctrine all over the place. So whenever you guys do these crazy public mass shootings, your word or whatever you feel that you was trying to push never spreads. So what's the purpose of doing it? And I understand you want to just try to bring awareness, you want to go down, in a blaze of glory, you want to be famous, but all you doing is really being a coward and taking the coward's way out of dealing with something. Just because you don't agree with somebody or you don't agree with their religion, their way of life, their skin, their race. Oh, so now you feel you just want to go somewhere and just shoot it up. And how do you know when you're going into the place that some of the people that may feel the way you feel, you're killing them too? And I know that's besides the point, and because I know a person shouldn't be doing it. But what I'm trying to just get across and trying to show is just the sheer coward nature of what they're doing. The sheer coward act of you just want to go pull a trick and don't understand the destruction and the devastation that you cause, because after it's all said and done, then you turn around and be a coward and you put the gun on your shelf, or you force the police to law enforcement to kill you or shoot you or something like that. If you really felt strong about your beliefs, you would stay there and deal with whatever the consequences come to you. But a lot of this stuff is done because a lot of you cowards cannot simply deal with the everyday rigors of life. Somebody cut you off in traffic. Somebody don't want to date you. Somebody, get a job that you felt you should have. Somebody make a better grade than you in school. Somebody, I don't know, gets the apartment over you or something like that. You're always going to have issues with somebody. Someone's always going to be better than you. Someone's always going to be faster than you. But does that mean you just go around killing people just because something don't go your way or because somebody don't agree with you? Does that mean that you should decide that you want to take guns and you want to just go kill people because you want to spread some type of, propaganda or some type of something because something just didn't go your way? And I just think that that's coward. That means you're giving up on life. We all have to deal with a lot of things. We all have to deal with rejection. We all have to deal with when things don't go our way. If everybody felt every time something don't go their way, or somebody don't listen to them, or somebody don't believe the way they believe, if we all start going out and just shooting up stuff, we'll be back at the Wild West. We'll be back to a lawless land. And then, nobody can't deal with anything. That's not the way you handle things. And I know people are going to say that for you to do this, you must have some form of mental illness. And yes, I agree with that. To a certain degree, something is wrong with you mentally. But before you got to this point, right, a lot of these people, like the Columbine people, the Columbine boy, they were normal straight A students. So mentally, what was wrong with them? Some of these people just want attention, and nothing is wrong with them. Some people just believe that if they become famous and go out in this blaze of glory, it does something to them. It does something for them, and they will have people who's going to worship them and fall in their footsteps and stuff like that. But I got news for you. All you do is tear up lives. All you do is take family members from each other, take away husbands from wives and wives from husbands, kids from their parents. All you do is cause devastation and destruction, because at the end of the day, in a couple of years, nobody won't even remember your name, but someone will always remember the name of the loved ones that they lost. Someone will always remember the name of the person that tried to stop your dumb butt, because at the end of the day, these are people who want to live, who got something to live for, and because you feel you don't have anything to live for, you want to take it from other people. And in my book, that makes you a coward. That's why no matter what they say, no matter how we look at it, we have got to do something about these gun laws. We have got to do something. I don't care what it is. On both sides of the fence, people have got to sit down and tell the NRA to hell with you. We're going to do something drastic and something that's going to make a significant impact on guns and violence in this country. We can't keep going this way. We can't keep saying it's okay for everybody to carry. We can't keep saying it's okay for everybody once they get mad to just pull out a gun and start shooting. One day, somewhere around this country, the way they keep passing gun laws around here, one day, someone's going to go somewhere where they allow people to carry in parks and restaurants and places like that. We're going to have somebody get into an argument, and it's going to be a shootout of just regular, ordinary people. And because everybody got guns and you don't know where it's coming from, you're just going to take out your gun and you start shooting. Then that person starts shooting. Then all of a sudden, it's just going to be the OK Corral all over again, you know. And mark my words, one day somewhere around this country, it's going to be an old-fashioned Wild West shootout. And then after so many people get killed, after so many people get injured, so many innocent bystanders get hurt, then maybe somebody will get off their ass and try to do something realistically and real about gun control. And I'm not saying that people, let me rephrase that. Let me just say, when a gun is placed in the hands of a person who is properly trained, yes, a gun can be a harmless thing. I do know that. And I do know there's a place for bearing arms. I do understand that. And the more I talk about it, the more I think about it, I don't know what the realistic solution could be, but I do know we got to sit down and start talking about it. I do know that both sides of the fence, the Republicans and the Democrats, we do need to sit down and start having real, legitimate talks about it. And it's to the point now where we got to stop saying it don't bother us, it don't affect us. But it does. It really does when you think about it. What are the messages we're sending to our kids? That, hey, if somebody gets on your nerve, somebody don't agree with you, you don't like the color of somebody's skin, you don't like the fact that you believe that you should be valedictorian over this person, instead of just dealing with your anger in a constructive way, how about you just go shoot up, some random place where this person that you mad at may or may not be? Is that the precedence we want to set for our kids? Is that the legacy we want to leave to our kids? Saying that it's okay to just get a gun and act out whatever messed up thought you got in your head? Because if that's the case, in about 10, 15 years, this is going to be a messed up country to be living in. And we keep on saying, America is the best place on earth, best country out there. Is that one of them things that we say just to be saying, or do we really and truly believe that? Because if we're the best out there, and a lot of this stuff goes on our watch, I don't know. I think we need to start redefining what the best is. It's a great place to be. Probably wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And see, just that statement alone makes you say things have changed. Because it used to be the time I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Now I'm going probably wouldn't want to be anywhere else, because we're just becoming a soft, sensitive, pussy-ass nation. And that's just the bottom line. We got people that's not even old enough, to drink, going off to fight for wars for us. We got soldiers that are going to foreign lands, places they ain't ever been, dealing with real life issues, right? Being real soldiers over there. But you got them same guys who too scared and too cowardice to go fight for your country. But you want to be a soldier right here in your own country, toting, army level weapons here on the streets of the United States. But you wouldn't want to take those same weapons and go over there and fight for your country. But you would take the same weapons that they use and use them right here in a regular neighborhood. Go do a drive-by, shoot up the neighborhood with a AR-15, assault rifle. You see what I'm getting at here? It just don't make sense. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. This is just me ranting. This is just me saying how I feel about what's going on in this country with guns and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I'm a logical thinking guy, and I understand the way politics work, and I understand that something monumental would have to happen in order for them to get some type of major change that we could see, and that we can, hold somebody accountable for. But all I'm saying is take a look at England. Take a look at some of their gun control efforts, and it seems to be working for them. And I know some people will say that it's an island, it's easy to control, and people say if you make certain things illegal, all we'll do is increase crime by the smuggling rate. I'm sorry, increase crime to what? Because as you see, people still getting killed with guns, and illegal guns are still being smuggled. So, you see people all on Facebook and YouTube bragging about how they got this, showing you how to put together rocket launchers and showing you how to clean and break down and do this to guns. Which means they're out there, whether they're legal or illegal. People still gonna get them. It's like a Cuban cigar. We're not supposed to have it in the country. But how many of us have smoked a Cuban cigar before? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, anything that's supposedly illegal in this country, we could still get without much, putting much effort to it. We can put minimum effort to it, and we can procure it, and we can get it. And that's just the God honest truth. So, I'm going to end this rant. I know it was a tad bit long. I just wish that, I don't know, as adults, the legacy that we want to try to leave for our kids, I just wish that we can actually do something about these guns. Because let's just face it, a simple background check is just not the way to go. I mean, I give you that. It's a start. It's like, saying, okay, we can't figure out what to do, but we'll do this as to say, okay, we gave them something. Because anybody can pass a background check, you know what I mean? I mean, something further has to be done. A background check is just simply not enough. I remember when I was trying to get a permit for a gun, I had to submit stuff all to the FBI. My fingerprints had to be taken because I don't know why. I never did anything, of significance in my life, but I had to submit my stuff to Langley. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? And I ain't got no intentions of shooting up anybody. So that's what I'm saying. The system is flawed. There's so many idiosyncrasies in the system that I don't know. I just don't know what we could do. And once again, this is just the rant and the raving of a guy who just tired of seeing innocent people lose their lives just because somebody else decided to be a coward and decided today was the day that they want to end somebody else's life. How many lives got to get cut short because of this nonsense? I mean, my God, it's sad. And the older you get, the more you become in touch with your feelings, and you start to really feel for these people because I'm pretty sure that day, somebody left their house. They went out and they told honey, mama, brother, sister, hey, I'll see you later on tonight. Hey, we're going to catch this movie. Or pretty sure they thought that they was going to see these people again. And they made plans with these people. And they wasn't late because they caught a flat tire or something that could have been remade or rescheduled or taken over or done again because maybe they were stuck in traffic. Maybe they had to, do some extra work at school, or maybe they had to work overtime. No, that's stuff that could have easily been, redone or revisited. They ain't ever coming home again because of this cow. Ever. And that pisses me off. Just to think that because he decided he wanted somebody's life to end today, that's why it happened. Not because, natural events, not because, as we like to say, God called him home. It's because he decided. And he has no right to play judge, jury, and execution over these people's lives. I mean, it pisses me off. It's just not fair. And I know people say life is not fair. Yeah, life is not fair. But this right here, no matter how you looking at it, no matter who you are, from what background you are from, you gotta say to yourself, honestly, if you being totally honest with yourself, looking yourself in the mirror, you got to say, this was not fair. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna say, I just wish that some real talks go into gun control. And at some point, we're going to do a show on Random Select where we're going to have everybody chime in on it. But I just had to get this off my chest and, just had to get it off my chest. All right. Well, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Random Select. I don't know if we can call this episode just another rant by Mario. But, hey, yeah, thanks for listening, guys. And I hope there's a lot of guys out there, a lot of people out there that feel like I do. If you want to leave us some comments on Twitter at Random Select. That's Random Select with 2 T's. If you want to leave us a comment on the emails, if you have any show ideas, or you just want to leave a general comment, and you want to go a little longer than Twitter gives you, you can leave us an email, randomselect@gmail.com. That's randomselect with 2 T's. Or you can always go to the website, therandomselect.com. Go there, check out some of the blog posts, check out the podcast, and check out some of the interesting items on there for some of the advertising, So, with that being said, the Random Select is out.